Hey everyone, welcome to another salty Sentai news breakdown here on Sotopop. Alright, as always, I'm your host, the Frozen Stratos, and today there's a lot of news, and this is the third video going up today. This one is going to be all about the Super Sentai Super MINIPLA that got revealed last night, like within the last 24 hours. There were 2 whole blog posts that they did, and we're just gonna go through all of them. This first one is all about Robo and how Bioman itself was one of the most requested out of the survey. So hey, if you haven't, fill out the survey, because they do absolutely respond to it. Well, not respond, but like, you get things like this, things that a lot of people wanted apparently. So that's really neat. Let's take a look at everything individually. Now, I wanted to let you know that most of these images, they're all going to be CG renders rather than like in-hand images. There are certain prototype images, those are in hand, I believe, but most of them are going to be CG. And first up is the BioJet 1, I think was the name. I mean, it's not too complicated of a name, so I'm just gonna assume that that is the name. It's looking alright, very chunky, and the cockpit is really something that they wanted to talk about, because in the initial DX toy release, there was a cockpit. You could open it up, and you could put a little tiny version of the Red Ranger in there. Sadly, you know, Super MINIPLA is already small, so instead of having an opening cockpit with a tiny little figure, they just molded in 2 figures in there, or 2 silhouettes in there. And this is technically more accurate than the initial release, just because the initial one only had spots for one person. This has spots for both red and pink, so yeah, works out. Next up, let's take a look at BioJet 2. You know what? The name is right there, and I probably could have just inferred it from that. But yeah, this is another chunky jet. Once again, has the pilots inside, this one seating 3 instead of 2, that the DX toy release had only done, so that's really cool. And yeah, they wanted to point out the wings specifically because they did make a change to these that we will see later on. Also, you do get landing gear out of these, so that's really cool. Next up, let's combine them, and what you can do with these is you can actually recreate the combination sequence pretty accurately. And this is something, a design mentality that they really wanted to, I guess, sort of hit upon, just because it is a very considered transformation. Anyway, this is what it looks like all put together, and man, I am impressed. What impresses me the most, however, is not just like, you know, the very strong silhouette, but from the back, you get a clear look at the very blocky looking chunky legs, like the thigh pieces, and like it looks like it should be a suit, like someone should be in that suit, but like it's a solid piece. I am blown away. And while we're taking a look at the back of these legs, you are able to fold away these bits of the wings, so you can get a little bit of extra range of motion out of those knees. I really appreciate it. Sentai MINIPLA always does this, and makes these tiny little tweaks to the figure to make it a lot more playable, so I appreciate that. Also, it does come with his main sword. It looks fantastic. What they did want to note here was that, I guess, this robot is known as a good swordsman, so they wanted to add a lot more articulation to the arms, and I think they did a wonderful job here. With that said, though, he does also come with a shield that looks really nice. Once again, this is a CG render, but I do like the shine of that. I really hope that comes across later. Probably won't, but I do hope it does. So yeah, you can have him wielding that, or a salt shaker? Okay, well, apparently this is a chlorine-based gas neutralizer that was used in an episode, like a single episode. I love these single episode references, so that's really cute. This figure comes out, or is up for pre-order now on Premium Bandai for 5,500 yen, and is set to release February of next year. Or if you are in the US, you can pre-order this from Tokulectables, straight from Tokulectables right now, and they have it up for pre-order for $75, which is not a bad markup. That's like really good. Alright, let's move on into the next blog, and the next blog is all about Bio Dragon. Once again, one of the things that has its name on it, and I didn't need to worry about knowing the name or not, and yet we are here. So, this is a big ship. And they were really scared to put this on the market initially. When they released the Sun Vulcan, I guess, sort of hangar base situation, they were like, oh, you know what? That one sold just probably because it was Sun Vulcan, and it went off of that popularity alone. I don't know if we can do another release like this. And then they released the the train Zord, the big boy, the big train MINIPLA one that came out for Lightspeed Rescue. Why do I only know the Power Rangers names of these? Anyway, they released that, and they were like, oh shoot, now we are very confident in releasing such a huge, I guess, carrier ship. And of note here, it notes specifically, and Google translated this, the future of the Showa Super Sentai will be decided. So that means, like, in terms of future Showa releases, if you want to see more Showa releases, especially with something as big as this, you gotta go out and support it. You gotta go out and buy it. So please do, if you are at all interested in it, you know, or, you know, if you want to wait until I'm done talking about it, the pre-orders will be in the description. So yeah, anyway, let's talk about some features. It does have these deployable landing gear, but if you're a stickler for the original DX toy, you can have these detachable landing gear as well. So that's, I mean, you got options. I really appreciate the dedication to both the in-show and the original toy. That's really cool. Also, something that the show did for these landing gear, it opens up and the, I guess, escalator slides out. So you can, that detail is just there. Also, like I was saying, this thing is big. This thing is a big boy. This is it in its carrier mode. This initial mode here, it is 24 centimeters long and 14 centimeters tall, while this one is 31 centimeters long. And hey, while we're looking at the carrier mode, this thing does absolutely transform all the way to make this possible. And not just that, like, this thing looks awesome, but it also comes with weapon storage. All of the weapon storage. And the extra hand storage. I love this. They put this in here and they said, you know, it's helpful for all your delusions. So it's basically, like, they know that this thing launches weapons sometimes, and I don't know whether or not, you know, these sort of areas here are accurate to the show, but this thing did absolutely launch them, so this could add to the play experience. I absolutely love that. Anyway, it can obviously dock the jets, so that looks really cool, and, you know, you can have it all opening up. But yeah, as we saw earlier, it has the weapon storage for the sword, but we only saw one sword before. This actually comes, like, this release actually comes with a second one, the clear blue version. So that's really neat. I appreciate that. They note that it is just an in-show effect, but they did want to do that here. Anyway, oh shoot, my bad. This set, or at least the carrier itself, comes out in Japan on February, so around the same time, and is up for 11,000 yen on Premium Bandai if you want to pre-order it there with a middleman, or from Tokulectables. That link will also be in the description. The pre-order is set to $150. So yeah, anyway, this looks fantastic, but that's not all they left with. I accidentally flashed it up earlier, but we did get a teaser for potentially what could be a Shodo Biohunter Silva. This is game-changing. We are only two series into Shodo Super at all, and we are getting teased of an actual villain. And villains don't typically sell like gangbusters, so the fact that this is getting a release, I'm really excited. Especially excited if he's coming. The Bioman must be around the corner, right? Like, you're not just gonna sell me the bad guy and not the good guys? I mean, Bandai has done stranger things before. Remember when it released the SH figure arts of Gosei Knight and none of the other Gosagers? So I really hope this does well. I hope Bioman is very successful so that it trickles down and gets us our Biomen as Shodo figures. At least we're getting a teaser of Silva. And yeah, anyways guys, that's it for the news. If you like this episode... Oh wow, it got dark. Huh. If you like this episode, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to hear more from us each week, tell me in the comments down below what you're most excited about for this. And also, hey, I did a review of Shodo Kamen Rider Saber Book 1, at least Saber and Blades. If you want to check it out, here is a little clip from that. With that said though, they are looking a bit naked, so let's get some stickers. Alright, so that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Oh yeah, all the pre-order links are in the description down below if you need to find anything. We are not sponsored by any of them. I'm pretty sure I don't need to say that because, like, who are we even? But, you know, they are in the description. And as well, there are links to how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement by donating money, signing petitions, whatever you do, as long as you do it. It absolutely helps. There is a video playlist at the end of this, or at the end card of this video, and it's just a playlist of videos that donate their ad revenue to the Black Lives Matter movement. So, if you want a way to support and you don't have money, that's a good way to do it. Also, friggin' vote! Vote if you're in the USA. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep it. Ooh, that lit up real well. I'm happy with that.